Welcome back to the Reggies podcast, joined by two blokes who could have been anything but chose to have fun instead. And you're going to be joined by a few more blokes as well, Tom, because we've got something a little bit different this week to wrap your ears around. We've got an interview with Cam from Pulse Racing.
That's right.
B1B, Tommy Barbary from the Lindsay Gough stable, and Tommy Button from TBR Racing itself.
That's right, mate, because, you know, we put the call out there, said, Reggies, now's your time, get all your yarns in, all that sort of stuff. And we got absolutely slammed by two blokes. So we went, right, coming into the spring carnival, let's ring the boys. We got a zemoreya update coming. And then, like you said, mate, get into both the boys, the Queensland trainers, see what they got coming. A few futures things and tips and tricks.
It's good time. Good to hear from what they've got going leading up into the spring. And, of course, with Spring Carnival, we cannot say without Neds.
Oh,
because
mate.
Neds are going to be the place to go for Spring Carnival with all your punting, all the big races, Cox Plate, Caulfield Cup, Melbourne Cup, Oaks Day. It's all going to be there, and they're going to have the best market, best odds. Get amongst it. Get amongst Neds. Get in our group. What's the code for the group?
It's the Reggies, mate.
Pretty plain and simple.
And look, we're still a bit butthurt from our last hosted pot. But we weren't going to stuff around with hosted pots on smaller days than that. But we are planning to do a few hosted pots for some big race days that we're really going to get around as a community. And that's where it's going to be.
It's going to be unreal. I'm that keen for spring racing to start up again, and the pot is going to make it, pots, plural, are going to make it absolute ripper of a time.
Bloody oath, mate.
Bit of redemption for us too, I think.
Oh, for sure, mate. And that's the thing. You just never give up, right? Responsibly.
We never do. We can't.
No.
We physically cannot. It's not in our blood.
It's not in our DNA, Jason.
No, not in the Reggies DNA.
Yeah. I'm just going to... I forgot to have a sniff of...
Yeah, I saw someone
Vicks.
say, why does Tom sniff it before every episode? Why the fuck not?
He just called himself an A-grader by asking
Pretty
that.
much did. Like, if you don't
And
understand
that's fine.
why...
That's fine if you listen, but if you have to ask why I take a sniff of Vicks prior to doing something...
You just don't get it.
Well...
That's It might sound a bit harsh, but, like, I'm not talking about origin here. I'm talking about Reginald... Rugby
You're just
league,
talking about
AFL,
sniffing
cricket.
having a good sniff of Vicks.
Having a good sniff before anything.
It's like deep heat for your nose.
It is. It's the deep heat of the nose.
It is.
That's what they say.
That's
Vicks.
pretty sure
the
it's
deep
on the
heat
bottle.
of the nose.
Do
Somewhere
your own
in
research.
fine print.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the disappointment.
Oh, Jace, now these two calls only just come in today. Before that, I felt like, you know, in PE where you get the kid who's got a bit on and they're left at the end and both teams are even and they don't have a place to go.
Captains have picked and you're the one person
Which,
standing.
mate, you know, it is what it is. Keeping us humble, mate.
It really
That's
kept
what's
us
happening.
grounded.
Oh, but if you think we're going to not have an episode, go and fuck yourself because we have got one in store for you.
Something bigger and better, I must say.
Yeah.
You know, we put out
fuck
free content every week for yous, and we ask once to give it back to us, give us something to work with because we've got a fucking couple blokes with a bit on.
Bit on.
And only two called in.
Yeah.
Shocking. So we've just taken the liberty of giving you an absolute ripping episode before Spring Carnival, giving you a bit of insider info that you wouldn't have fucking known if it wasn't for us.
Yeah,
so
Jace isn't upset at all.
No, I'm really calm about all of this. I'm not upset one bit.
But on that note, should we hear from the two legends who took the time out of their day
the two
to
blokes
contribute?
Who actually made a fucking effort.
Good work, boys.
What have we got first?
Hey lads, it's a corn dog here. Just got a call up with a bit of a Reggie yarn from one of my dad's mates. Back in, I think it was something like 1976. Churchy versus Nudgy in Brisbane, you know, two big
A-grade
rugby
schools.
union schools. First 15. And, you know, Nudgy are filthy bastards. And they kept having a crack, you know, and trying to really get into the prop. And his nickname was Beefy. So Beefy, after Nudgy had scored the try, wanted to kick off back to Nudgy. And he's the number one. So anyway, he grabbed the ball and he told the 10, you're not fucking kicking it. Watch this. Shoved his fingers down his throat. Made himself vomit right on the 50-metre line where you kick it off from. He rolled the ball in the vomit and kicked it straight to the number 10, who'd been tough on him all day. And he caught that fucking ball covered in vomit. Anyway, I thought that was an absolute cracking story. And serves a cunt right.
Oh,
Mate.
my God, that is it.
That is a perfect instance of a bloke you want on your team and you do not want to fucking verse.
Mate, there's heaps of ways to skin a cat, you know.
I've never seen or even thought of, you know what, I'm going to chunder on this ball and that'll fucking show you.
Yeah, see, the A graders put water on it. The Reggies just spew
They
all
just
over
spew all over the gun.
it. Mate, that is a ripper.
That's great, bro.
Get that in you, mate.
Oh, cop that. He'd still be fucking filthy, I reckon,
Corn
50
dog.
years on.
Great yarn
Corn
from
dog.
Corn Dog.
Reveal your name, old corny.
Fucking legend, Corny.
Beauty.
That's
More
a
of that,
ripper.
please.
Yeah.
G'day, Reggies. Hightower here. Or was it long, or stretch, or weasel piss, or pelican shit? Whatever fucking name you boys gave me 4 weeks ago. I don't know. One
Old long streak of piss.
Boys, on the back of epic multis that have
Ooh.
come off, I personally don't have any to speak of. And as we all know, I got holed on one leg of a multi by an absolute dead set shooty by 1 fucking point. Fuck you, Collingwood. So put it back to you, boys. What are some epic multis that you've had that have come off? It could be anything. Doesn't just have to be show bets. Also, lads, just putting it out there, maybe we should get a Reggies Punters Club going, speaking of old segments that are getting brought back. Maybe give that one to Quino to organise. He's got fuck all else to do. Nah, just joking, Quino. You're a legend, mate. All right, boys, just remember, never surrender.
Good on you, weasel piss.
That was good calling.
Look, I think it's too big of a community to try and do a punters club, but that's why, like, we don't want to keep fucking referring to it, but the Neds group and these hosted pots and stuff.
it's a punters club without the responsibility, essentially. And it's a good chance. But you're right.
It's something that we could look at in even saying, you know, someone can put their bets in and use that. But that group that's the whole idea of it's the punters club feel.
Exactly. And the listener each week, their shot to step up and have a crack. That's kind of another thing without the responsibility of a punters club. So,
Because the idea is great.
We're doing as good as we can.
The idea is great, but it's a lot to manage.
It is a lot to manage. Quino's got a lot on his plate, surprisingly.
Yeah. What else do you have there?
Multi, can you think of an
Mate,
absolute ripper?
I've actually personally been going really well with the footy in the last sort of month, but there's nothing to trout off about. Like I've had sort of a couple of good ones. I think I had a 20 the other day or a $18, but I've never pulled off an absolute ripper like the old boys or Ketos on the show.
I've
or
never personally pulled off
one like that.
a triple-digit odds bet.
No.
The best I've done, probably odds-wise and like return-wise, would be my trifecta last year.
Yeah.
And I've been chasing that ever since.
Yeah.
So, but I can't think of anything on the top of my head. Went out to dinner last night, saw a bloke win the grand next to me, $50,000
Fucking Quino.
Bro.
Was that the same one?
at Queen's.
Yeah.
Did you see
Quino's
it?
mate.
Is that your mate?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Older bloke, little Asian missus.
Nah.
Well, then there's
There's
fucking
two.
Sat
Fuck,
down.
When was this?
Queen's last night.
Ah.
I went to the Queen's last night, sat down at my machine, put money in, the Dragon Train Chi Lin, looked to my right, and this bloke I had double take because he had all the coins filled up, and he's sitting there getting a check written for him for $50,000.
Yeah, that happened to us on Friday.
What the fuck? So,
So
the
you-
Queen.
Go to the Queen.
Friday
It's
and
paying.
fuck me. Friday and last night, she
Yeah.
was the Queen, just paid out 50 G's.
It's fucking mental. I just sat
That's
there and just
wild.
went, I cannot believe and he had the straightest face I'd seen on a bloke. His
Yeah,
missus
right.
didn't even look that
That's
happy.
fucked.
He was just like, yeah, having a sip of his beer. I'm like, you bastard.
Scarlet!
I would be shaking. I would literally be quivering.
I fired up the whole fucking pub, man.
I imagine, bro. That would have been fucking. So you had a massive Friday night then, obviously.
Yeah.
And Saturday.
Spontaneous, Larry. Yeah, it was
Wow.
Oh, that's fucking right though.
That's
like
what,
you have to do
that's
that.
what you do.
If you're winning a substantial amount of money with your mates, you are fucking making sure you're having one of the best nights of your life.
Can't believe I nearly forgot that when he said, "Oh, have you seen anyone win something big?" Like literally,
Fucking
you
hell.
two there. That's
Well, hopefully I'll take some of that luck into this weekend.
yeah, bloody oath, mate. Looking forward to it. Righto, that's the calls from the boys. Couple of rippers there. Well done, Corn Dog. Well done, Weasel's Piss.
Thanks, lads.
Right, let's ring a few of the horsemen. I think we should start off with Cam from Pulse, and we'll get a little feel on how they're going and how Zemoreya's doing, eh?
Let's hear him.
Do it.
How you going, mate?
How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you boys?
Yeah, good, mate.
Loving it, brother. Loving it.
Good. We just thought we'd give you a call, mate, and check on how things were going on everything Zemoreya, everything Pulse, everything Mustr. By the time people are hearing this, the big fella would have had his first trial Tuesday the 19th, I believe. But
Yep.
At Eagle Farm,
Yeah.
if I'm correct.
Yep. Correct, boys. Yeah, he's going well. It's been a long wait. I wasn't expecting to be as long as wait as it is, but that's racing, and we're here now. It will jump out this Friday, so everyone will have the results of that by the time it comes out. Then see him trial next week. So fucking exciting.
It is
Promising
exciting.
times. You're right. It has felt like it's been a long time, and obviously for the ownership group, we're just so keen to see something. So this feels like a bit of a monkey off the back, and we're just so keen to see how he's going to go, regardless of the result. Just feels good to get him there.
Yeah, I'm just keen to hear like a race caller say Zemoreya. Like it's just, and also we need. That's probably the biggest task next is trying to get the word up there for them to say the name properly. Because if I hear zemoreya, I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
Well, mate, that's
a lot of people will.
Well, that's what I think most scared of. We should have a Neds odds out. That's if they're going to fuck it up or not. I reckon it'd be paying $1.50.
A less than that. $1.50. I'd put money on that.
Yeah, but good words though, mate. Been talking to Rob and Annabelle and stuff like that, and everything seems to be going all right.
Yeah, he's ticking along well. Like he's taken a little while to develop, and obviously the gelding has helped him a lot. He had a few behavioural issues last preparation. He was a bit of a naughty Reggie, which we're kind of anticipating.
We're all
with his
guilty of
ownership
it.
group.
Yeah,
100%. A little bit of a horny fucker, but he's chopped his nuts off, and it's calmed him down a fair bit. And I think he's getting stuck into his work, and they say it's the ultimate gear change, and hopefully it is. So we'll see.
Yeah, fucking oath, mate. And the shin soreness, that sort of thing tied in well with his gelding too, didn't it? Because we sort of got to a stage where we were sort of ready to go. He was being a bit naughty, and it so happened that his shin soreness sort of popped up. So the fact that we've knocked those two things over and we're officially ready to go is pretty fucking
Two
exciting.
birds, one stone.
Yeah, and it just works well, them tying in together, because now he's just a racehorse. He's 3, he's a gelding, he's put on some nice condition. Like, I think he'll still keep developing. When I was speaking to Todd last week, the assistant trainer up there at Eagle Farm, he was saying he'll still keep developing into next preparation, becoming a better horse, but he's definitely big enough and strong enough now to get to the races and, show the Reggies community what he's about.
Yeah,
Is there
bloody oath.
2 more Reggie things to have, like, put a roadblock in front of our horse? He has shin splints, essentially. Every Reggie has had that in their life, and then he's too horny and too fucking cheeky. That is the 2 most Reggie roadblocks I've ever heard of in a horse.
Yeah.
You could have predicted it, really, with his ownership group, that he was just going to be a horny fucker that gets taken down by a pussy injury.
Now, we could have knocked his nuts out real early, but we had to make sure that he was a Reggie first.
Yeah.
And we've proven that he is. Now, they said anything, Cam, about, we bought him to be a sprinter, right, over that short distance. Is things progressing to seem like it's still on that sort of trajectory, or do you think, how's things looking on that front?
Yeah, good. I think he's definitely a sprinter. With Annabelle and Rob's training, it's a little bit different. I was saying this on a recent to an owner I was talking on the phone, is they don't push him as hard as probably what like a Gay Waterhouse system would. So I called Todd the other week and I was saying, where are we sitting at like ability-wise? Have you got an indication? I was saying, look, he's ticking all the boxes, but we haven't really let him off the bridle. And when they say let him off the bridle, it means like they just held him together through all their work. I remember when I worked for track work for Gay, and fucking the horses are half off the bridle 2 weeks into work. Like, they're just getting smashed. Like, they're always getting pushed and pushed and pushed. Yeah. And the way they train, it's a little bit easier on them. So that's why he'll still improve a lot from that first trial into his second trial into the races, first up and second up. They're kind of progressing through his prep. But yeah, definitely a sprinter at the moment. And, he did that jump out when he was shin sore. So he had all the reasons to, kick the towel in, but he came second in that jump out and showed some good muster. So let's hope he can show that this way around. And I think it's just a win-win. Either he's a superstar and he breaks all the records, and we go on a wild journey to Flemington to Randwick, or he's the other end of the deal, and we can go some big journeys to Cairns and Rockhampton, wherever else
Boxing Day
Button and
races.
Barbs go to.
We'll go out to the dingo races if we have to.
Mate, it's a win-win.
Yeah,
It really is.
it's a win-win.
As long look, wherever he is, we're going to be able to have a function there. And I think that's what every Reggie's looking forward to. Down the track,
We will make the race day.
when we get a solid prep going and we can lock in a day where we know he's racing, I'm fucking really looking forward to being able to have the Reggie's trackside cheering zemoreya home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Win, lose or draw, just get on the piss together. Zemoreya, like with just to hear the name being race called whilst you got a beer in your hand and go, that's my horse.
Yeah.
Whether he's flying home for first or last, but we've done all that we can now. Like the Reggies have seen the process of selecting him.
Yep.
Been through. Owners have seen all the process of educating him and getting him up to speed, and already had the lows that come with racing, roadblocks.
Yep.
Shin soreness again, not developing this or that. So we're here now. The wait is over, and it's time to have some fun.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate.
This might be a bit of a far-fetched question because it is so uncertain in horse racing, but does Annabelle and Rob and team have like a bit of a goal for this preparation once it does start racing for a kind of race that they're looking towards? So they want to go, yeah, that would be a great target for it, or are they kind of just like, we'll just take it one step at a time, and if we can get him in certain spots, we'll do that?
Yeah, it's usually for first preparations, you're kind of just trying to crack that maiden. Like it's a bigger task than it seems, I guess, punting. When you're punting on the weekend, seeing these horses, win races constantly, like it's a bit of people don't realize how it might take a few runs to break maidens, even for really good horses. Not all of them get the monkey off the back straight away. So like usually even horses might horses might have things they're thinking about. Okay, well, later down the track, the breeding tells us this and where we can go to, but we just want to get that monkey off the back, and then you can set a plan as to where they are. Like you can go in any direction based on his performances. If he came out and won 3 in a row, you'd be going, okay, well, let's try and target some summer, Brisbane Carnival races, whatever it is, or summer winter carnival in a year's time. So you can work him out or freshen him up for the autumn. There's different ways to do it. A good example is like King of Rousseau, who he won the Ori Star a couple of weeks ago, and we could have kept going with him, but we thought, we'll freshen him up and we'll target him for the Magic Millions. Your targets just change as you go on. So first prep, it's just about making sure he can learn how to get off the bridle, because he kind of hasn't had that, which is push him and extend and show a turn of foot, and then we'll see which direction we go from there.
So pretty much what you're saying, mate, is it's all up to the horse.
Funny that. Funny that.
Like, see how he performs, and then you do what he's ready to do.
100%. But like I was saying, it's different to other ownership groups where it's a lot dependent on the result for him. Like, it's going to be fun regardless. It's an absolute win-win, because he's called Zemoreya, and whether it's a Barsdale, Eagle Farm, Flemington, or Ascot, he's going to have a big crew behind him and having some fun.
Oh,
Absolutely,
mate, 100%. It'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it.
One of the great days when he jumps out first and hopefully takes a maiden victory.
Bloody oath, that'll be good. And the other thing is too, like, I'm not saying eventually down the track we might purchase more horses as a group that are already going and that, because you can't always do this procedure where you got to wait for so long. But I think the first one, regardless of the result, I'm pumped that we went down this route, because people get to see the fucking from the start to the jump out and the bumps in between. So I think it's the best way to start it out, right? To say this is how it is.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, we can change and do what we want. But it's a special feeling getting him to the races from a yearling when we bought him.
Well, mate, even for myself, like I've been legally punting for 4 years now, and you learn so much about horses in the last 2 years just being on the show, and didn't even fathom the thought of what it would be like to fully get a horse in preparation into racing. So that's myself, and I can't imagine the other blokes in the group and everything, and even people that aren't a part of the ownership group. Like, this has been such a cool journey to even see and get to this point now.
That's right. It's the Reggie's horse. Like, there's people who are invested in it financially, but it's the whole community's horse. That's the whole point.
And it's the firstborn child.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's right. No, bloody oath, mate.
Yeah. So let's see how he goes, and it's going to be a fun journey regardless. I'm just keen to see him at the tracks, keen to see someone say his name. I remember first time someone saying Yabby Pump, you're going, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, it's
Gives
cool.
you a
It's
skin-
Spine tingling.
It's prime, man. It honestly pumps you up. Mate, before we let you go, you talked about King of Rousseau, which has been great to see one of your horses that you have a lot to do with starting to do really well. Coming into spring, mate, the spring carnival very soon. Is there any horses that you think it's their time, like their year sort of thing? You know, there's sort of one or two that really fucking make a name for themselves. Have you got any sort of early predictions or any you got your eye on?
Yeah. It's a hard one. I always loved looking at like 2-year-olds turning 3.
Yeah.
It's a big jump between 2 to 3, and like we went on that road with King of Rousseau. He's in a lot of stakes races. He hasn't hit his peak until he's 4 now. Just winning a Group 3 a couple of weeks ago. But for me, it was actually a horse. I look at a lot of trials and actually just trying to find, next alpha horse. Been looking at a lot of different trials from all over the place, and so I saw one that kind of spooked my interest was a horse called Skyhook. He's actually nominated to race this week. However, I'm not sure they'll go round in the Rosebud. Is a written tycoon colt with Gerald Ryan, Sterling Alexio.
Yep.
Yeah, so I thought another one. He's the same age as Zemoreya, so he's 3, but he only had 4 starts as a 2-year-old. And written tycoons, they can be up early, but they're also horses that have longevity. You can run well at 3 and keep improving into 4. So he's one. He won the Pago on his second start, and he trialled really well a couple of weeks ago. And I think he'll trial instead of racing this week and probably go first up into the what was it again? It's probably the Rose Hill. Run to the Rose prep that they have. So probably go 1,100 in 2 weeks.
Yep.
But yeah, he's a nice horse and he's trial well. He came second his first trial, and I'd be keen to see where he goes.
There you go.
That could age incredibly well because by the time we release this episode, he could be a winner.
That's right.
100%. Then 2 weeks from there, keep following Reggies.
There you go. Skyhook. Keep a lookout for Skyhook.
Remember the name.
King
Black
of Rousseau. He's been going really good. And, get around Pulse Racing and Mustr. Cam, thank you very much, mate, for taking the time.
Beautiful, boys. Appreciate it. Up the Zemoreya. Let's have a bit of fun, eh?
Fucking oath, bro. Thank you.
All right.
Cheers, fellas. Bye.
Good stuff there from Cam. Mate, very exciting for the community.
It is. It's good to see finally things getting into place.
Yep.
We've been patient, been a very patient group, and now things are firing up, and I'm so fucking keen.
And, mate, obviously it would have already happened by now when they're hearing this.
Correct.
But regardless of the result, at least we're there. At least we have something now to talk about. He's fucking there, ready to give it his all. Hopefully.
100%. Regardless of result, I'm just so glad that we're finally here. So, fuck yeah. Good to hear from him. Good to hear that things are going well for Pulse Racing as well.
Yep.
And a few things getting around King of Rousseau as well.
Yeah.
That was a big win for for Pulse Racing too. So
Yep. No, bloody
keen
oath,
to see
mate.
how the spring goes.
Exactly. And even Yabby Pump for us, the Alpha Blokes as well, mate. He's like we got a share in him as well here, and he's just starting to get back into his work. Not as far along and ready as Zemoreya is, but it's good with him as well. So
100%.
Plenty of fun things to come, mate. And talking about fun things to come, there's a couple of blokes called B1
Two.
and B2.
Great friends of the show.
Couple of Queensland trainers just slugging it out,
Mate.
in the heat.
They just get it done.
That's
they get
right.
it done regardless of the result, rain, hail, or shine.
And
The
mate,
boys
they
get it
don't.
done.
I don't think they get the credit they deserve. So
No, not at all.
thought with a bit of time up our sleeves, we'll give them each a call. We might start with Barbs.
B1. We have to start with B1.
And then his young fella.
And then,
Yeah. Right, let's give Barbs a call from the Gough stable.
Reginald!
B1 Barbary.
the one and only.
Thomas Dahl. Jace Ward. Happy birthday, Redmond, for the other
mate.
day.
Thanks, brother.
How are you going, mate?
What? Oh, look, boys, just back here at the stables in the feed room, making up the breakfast for the babies.
Yeah.
Having
Some dinner for
a
yourself.
cold something or other.
Yeah.
Can of Coke Zero.
Cecito.
Coke Zero, Jace, we'll go with that.
Your body's a temple, isn't it, mate?
That's exactly right, mate.
Oh, bloody oath, mate.
Been to Eagle Farm today, no luck. Anyway, that's what happens when you run horses from bad barriers. But anyway,
No luck for yourself, punting-wise, or no luck at the Gough stable?
a bit of both there, Jace. I had to have something on.
Of course you do, mate.
Well, mate, the tide comes in and out, doesn't it, Barbs? And what sort of stage do you reckon you're at with the Gough stable? And I suppose, how's it been for you lately, mate? How's it sort of going now and looking, moving forward?
Winter Carnival's been, that'd be a big time for the Gough stable, surely.
Yeah, we sort of tail off a little bit during the winter because you get a heap of those southern horses coming up, and right at the moment over the last couple of years, we probably haven't had the depth to sort of compete on those Metropolitan Saturday races. And the horses that normally do compete at those Metro Saturday races over that carnival, they sort of get pushed back to the Wednesday Metro races. So we don't seem to have a lot of runners over the carnival, which is nice because you can sort of pick a day during the carnival and get out to the races and have a day out with your mates, or i.e. like we've done with the Doomben Cup 2 years in a row, and those sorts of things. But it's we're going along all right at the minute. We're striking okay. We've had a few winners over the last few weeks. Bullion Boy was very, very good first up a few weeks ago. And
wasn't that rough on the weekend?
Yeah, it was. He was unlucky. Probably not unlucky. Just a victim of circumstances on Saturday, but. He'll bounce back. He's come through the run all right, and we're really looking forward to a really good prep with him. He's always been one of those horses that's had just a little niggling issue here and there, and we've finally got him right. So he's I was going to tip him on the show, but I was promptly told if I did, I'd be looking for to seek other employment.
It's like you didn't want to put any sort of juju around. Like you finally got him in a spot where you're like, fucking right. Now we can see what potential this horse can like actually have. You didn't.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, I didn't want to put the mocker on him, but I think the other thing was if the boss thought to himself, if he tips this horse on that show, all them bastards will sool into him and I won't get a price.
Yeah.
So
they would have.
Yeah. Mate, how many horses are you guys actually got in work at the moment, Barbs? Like what's your sort of week look like as far as the amount of horses that are currently fucking hooking in?
So we've got 26 in work at the minute, and out of the 26, we've probably got just off the top of my head, probably between a dozen and 15 up and racing or ready to go to the races. We've got a massive week, monster week this week with it. We've had obviously Eagle Farm today. We've got one in at Ipswich tomorrow. A couple Friday. We were supposed to have 6 in on Friday at the Sunny Coast, but the barrier gods decided to bend us over and put a cactus right up our sphincters. And I think the best barrier draw we had out of the 6 was about 7, and then the rest of them were all double-digit numbers. So,
Jesus.
Yeah,
right. So what,
not nice there.
Did you pull a couple out, or do you just stick with
Yeah,
it?
we've scratched 4 of the 6 already. So we'll have those couple possibly Friday night, still undecided, and then one in the first on Saturday at Doomben, and then I've got the weekend off after that, which will be nice.
Beauty,
I'm actually catching up for lunch on Saturday afternoon with a mate of yours, Thomas, AJ Madison.
Yeah, beautiful.
The man with the mullet and the mo. So
yeah, great bloke.
Have a few beers with AJ and Dan, his partner, and hook in and hopefully back a few winners.
Yeah, well, mate, you've been backing some winners this year. Is it a nice feeling for you? Just fucking a few things going your way. Like you're going well in the B1,
B1.
It's just all falling back into place, boys. I've always said, I'm the original. No, look, I tell you what, it's bloody hilarious whenever I run into any Reggie in the wild or anything like that, and I've met so many good people through this experience with you guys. You run into these blokes, say, B1, or when I was B2, B2. Like they don't even address you as Barbs or Button. It's always B1 or B2. But I think it's absolutely piss funny, and
it's great banter, man.
It's a good feeling. It's like that Owners' Day we had with zemoreya and all that sort of stuff, and just those experiences have been absolutely off the charts. So
it's been an absolute journey, hasn't it, mate?
Oh, it has been, man, and it's so cool that it's Button that's involved too. It's funny how the world works. Like he went to Bowen and set up a stable, and it just happens to be where Keto lives, and then it all sort of falls into place. We've been mates for a long time, me and Tommy, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, mate, it's fucking awesome.
I think that's why it fits the segment so perfectly as well.
Yeah.
2 little red blokes, know a thing or two about horses. Finally fucking carrying your weights this year. Yeah. After a pretty shocking year in the punt last year, I won't lie. I can say that because I'm terrible as well, mate.
I was just going to say, Jace, do we want to bring the leaderboards up this year, brother? I mean, we can all throw shade when we're in front, but,
I've had a stinker.
We actually just had a chat to Cam from Pulse about Zemoreya, mate. And like by the time this comes out, he would have had his little dirt jump out on Friday and his official first trial on Tuesday, the 19th of August. So very fucking exciting time. Oh, will you?
Be there. I will be there with my own watchful eyes upon him, and don't worry, there'll be face-to-face reports. So
very harsh truths if it's not great. That's what we want.
No, I don't think that there will be anything not great, Jace. I'm pretty close with a couple of the boys there that work for Annabelle and Rob, and it's they're very, very impressed with him, especially now that he's got his nuts out and he's not trying to bite everyone and root anything that comes near him.
I love that. I love the fact that that's what he was like.
Yeah, 100%. Nathan, who does a lot of work with him and looks after him fairly regularly, he's very happy with him. He sends me photos all the time, and he just loves him. So hopefully we've got a fast one, and we'll know a little bit more in a couple of days once he has that Friday dirt jump out, and then obviously in a week and a half's time, 10 days time, he's going to have an official trial, and we'll go from there.
Well, that's promising. That's great stuff to hear, mate.
And I suppose it's one of those things, Barbs, like the first trial, it's never going to be, like for anyone who might not be that into it, I'm only just fucking starting to learn myself too, but it's not one you're expecting him to just get the ears fucking ridden off him and win by 20 lengths. It's a learning thing, right? You just want him to do the right thing.
The whole part of that's the reason they have those shorter dirt jump outs, especially here at Eagle Farm. We're really lucky that they put them on a Friday.
Yeah.
And, it's just load into the gate. Go around to the gates nice and quiet. Load up into the gates open, ping the lids, have a 400-metre gallop. They're not designed to go hard and fast. And then when you get to the trials, first trial, and basically all we want especially us, their first ones, all we want them to do is have a good experience. So get there, settle, stand in the tie-up stalls well, get the gear on, put the jock on, everything's well and good, and go around to the gates nice and quiet, load up nice and quiet, make sure they're well behaved in the gates, and then whatever they do after that, they'll obviously improve second time round. So it's more like taking your kid to Auskick or whatever you want to talk about, like under 10s at rugby league. I don't know if being a Mexican originally, like Auskick was the thing, like under 9s, and that was you never played a game of footy till under 11. So it's all about having like Milo cricket sort of thing, Jay. It's all about having a good experience. It's not about whether he wins or loses, and whatever he does in his first one, he will naturally improve on. So hopefully, Annabelle and Rob are the same as us. We always give ours too. He might get past the first one, boys, and turn around and say, fuck this, I've had enough, and want to go to the paddock after that. Hopefully he doesn't, but that's a possibility. One thing that everyone's got to remember that's brought into this horse is they do have their own brains, and they're not a machine. Mm-hmm. So,
well, mate, I think it just goes to show that how supportive and patient and understanding the community is so far, because we obviously expected this horse when we first bought him with his bloodline and the way he was to be running earlier, but everyone's been really good and patient with him just being a horse and a living animal and getting to where he is. And it's fucking exciting. It's even more exciting, I think, now that he's ready to go after going through a couple of bumps and humps.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it would have been better. I think it probably wouldn't have been, the excitement level never have been the same if we didn't have to wait as long. Mm. And that's one thing we find in this game is everyone's flat bicky wanting to, they want an instant return on their investment and stuff like that. But it just doesn't happen like that. Some of them do, some of them don't. And obviously, if you're paying $500,000 or 1.5 or anything like that, you want that fast return. But sometimes when you pay what we paid, well, you just got to,
This also wasn't a matter of money, and our investment return is having a fucking weekend with
mate,
all
it's
the
about
Reggies watching him jump out.
Exactly.
Oh, of course. That's exactly right. I'm just talking like the industry in general with owners and the reason they get into it and all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't get into owning a horse to make money. That's never a reason. Like I've got
the experience.
I've got a little share in one of ours here. Obviously the one with you boys, and it's not about making money for me. It's about going the races, having a bit of fun with our clients as well, like the one that I've got here too. Like you can be another part involved with that as well, not just doing all the work with it, but you're actually Well, Roxy's name's in the book, not mine. I've had my name on 4 million of them, but it's never about making money. That's for certain.
No,
Camaraderie,
for sure, mate.
mateship, and having a fucking rip in
Plenty
tear.
of, it's pretty much that day we did the owner's day, except we're going to be able to go to a fucking race and watch our horse race, which that day was good enough as it was, let alone if we get to watch our own horse.
It'll be the greatest day in Reggie's history.
For sure.
There is no ifs or buts or maybes. It is going to be fucking epic.
No, his first start won't be eventually. It will be the start with Jace, but when he wins a Group 1, that'll be the most epic day.
Yeah, there you go. You've heard it here first. Now, mate, it's good to hear a bit of confidence in your voice. You've had 6 weeks off the poly. I think you've all your welts and fucking broken skins all
Bruises.
fully healed. How are you
You
feeling?
see Quinn in the background?
Yeah.
You did.
How are you feeling knowing that the wielder of the poly is back fucking next week,
He's
mate?
knocking on the door, mate.
Well, I don't know if he'll be able to fucking do it because, he's been in Sweden that fucking long. He might have forgotten how to speak English.
You don't need to speak English to smash your ass with a bit of poly, brother.
Well, you sort of do if I'm not there, Jace. It's all verbal fucking chat. You know what I mean?
No, it'll be interesting. You reckon he's going to have a bit of ring rust?
Well, I don't know. He's been a bit quiet on the text and the group message and all that sort of shit. It's like he's fallen off the face of the fucking
It's almost
earth,
like he's on a holiday.
It's almost.
Well, we all know he's on a fucking holiday.
I
Thomas,
think
but,
it's a bit concerning. It's like he's working in silence. You don't know what the fuck to expect, and he could just come.
Well, I reckon
down
he's
with the
probably
wrath
just
of
over there
God.
tapping that fucking card. He's probably over there
he
just tapping
is,
that
bro.
card. And he's
The
like
invoices
going,
we've had to fucking
Mate,
do for
I'm
him.
surprised the lights are on in here, Barbs.
Yeah,
Who's doing the reconciling? Because I know that's normally his job. You know what I mean?
We're in a bit of debt with Ergon at the moment. Let's just say that. He's going to have to do some fucking making up for it when he gets back.
But nah, mate,
I'll tell you what,
it'll be good for when the Group 1 kicks back off soon. Group 1s, I
100%.
should say. That'll really fire up. A lot of content around that. I think we've got a fair few things with Neds, like the hosted pots for big race days in the spring carnival and stuff to really look forward to. That'll bring everyone together. On that
Really
note,
looking forward to some of them.
yeah, on that note, Barbs, have you thought of any future races or have you got any horses in mind that you think are ready to just fucking flick that switch coming into the spring carnival?
I'm very excited to see what Via Sistina does in her final racing campaign. I know that's probably a fucking half a bit of a weak way out, but just the way that she trialled the other day, she was asked to do absolutely nothing, and it probably, to the naked eye, it probably looked, to the uneducated eye, I should say, it probably looked a bit plain.
Yeah.
But watching the way the rider never moved and just little things like that, knowing how Waller sort of trains and the way he does these things with these Group 1 mares, and I think that she could go to potentially another level. I don't know what the plan is with Asphora, Henry Dwyer's mare that's been campaigning in the Northern Hemisphere over the winter. But I would love to see her come back down to the Southern Hemisphere and have another preparation. Whether she does that or not, I don't know. She'll probably stay up there and be served and come home to Australia in foal, I'd say, and that'll be the end of her.
Yeah.
But obviously the favourites, the old favourites, will he go round again, Mr. B?
Yeah.
Probably. He's evergreen as anything. Yeah, Jace, I don't know whether or not she will. I haven't seen her trial. Maybe she has. I just haven't paid a lot of attention. They're 6 and 7 year old mares, mate, so they're getting to that point. They're, like Bella Nipotina was one out of the box, boys. She raced till she was 8 and won everything.
Yeah.
Bar the Chook raffle. The only reason she didn't win that, she never had a ticket. But like those mares in form, obviously that's another old, another old race and yarn. Mares in form and mares, you want to stick with them because that's what they do. They do hold their form.
Yep.
But yeah, look, apart from that, boys, I haven't had a massive look. I know there's been a mass exodus with all those Godolphin horses going to other trainers and stuff like that. Now that Godolphin have terminated their private training centre, so that'll be interesting to see how horses look, the likes of Tom Kitten and those sorts of horses measure up.
Yeah,
because
with different trainers and stuff, right?
Godolphin
those
training centre.
Some of those.
Will the Godolphin Blue, will that just no longer be a thing?
No, they'll still wear the Godolphin blue, Jace. So they'll just
Thank
operate.
fuck. I work in
like the way
pictures. I'm
we
a
do.
visual learner. I see the Godolphin blue and I want to back it.
They'll just operate the same sort of way we do, mate. Godolphin will just get a bill off whoever the trainer is, and they'll get the bill, and Sheikh Mohammed will look at it. No, it won't even be Sheikh Mohammed. It'll be some cunt that he pays $14 trillion a year to have a look at it and just go, yeah, click the button, paid. What, 7,000 for the month for this? It's fucking, what's that, a piss in the ocean, you know?
Yeah.
Won't matter. His Royal Highness Sheikh Mohammed's got that in his ashtray in his fucking front room, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it. What about, mate?
So,
You got the feet literally on the ground there at the Gough stable. We talked about Bullion Boy, but like, is there any horses in particular that you think are ready to fucking give it a good crack?
we've had it. We've got a horse. We're approached by a father and his two sons, the McCone boys, to train a horse called Lena's Real for him just before Christmas last year, and he's had 2 starts for us. He won first up at 1,700 off a 7-month break, which is a massive, massive effort. And he runs second in a 2,000-metre race in town, not last Wednesday, the Wednesday before, and he's in on Friday night at the Sunny Coast. Haven't had a look at the race yet, but if he races up to the way he has been racing, he'll be very, very competitive there. If he takes his place, I do believe he's one of the ones that's drawn wide. Yeah. No Name Frank, the horse of the B2 resurgence last year, he's just come back. He had his second trial yesterday. He's on his way back. Viminelli had his second trial yesterday for this prep. He's on his way back. A few of the old stable faves coming through.
Nice, mate.
So we've got a 2-year-old that I really, really, really like the look of, who's a half-brother of that horse that raced today called Mimicking. And he's a little way off yet, but he's doing everything right, and I think he can really turn into a really nice horse. All those sort of the big-ticket boys, the Bullion boys, No Name Frank, Mercy Ann, Mimicking, they're all out of the same family.
Yep.
There's 3 or 4 different mares in that family, and they're all sort of half-sisters.
Yep.
And which makes these horses all 3/4 brothers and sisters to each other, and they've been a very, very, very good producing family for the camp. So I think they're at one point, Miss Oriole, who's the dam of Bullion Boy, Big Ticket Boy, and No Name Frank, I think she had 3 winners in 8 days. So 3 horses, 5, 6, and 7 years of age, all won in the space of 8 days.
Yeah, right.
So she's a pretty impressive sort of brood mare, and I think we've got a couple more coming from her, and then she'll be retired. So, but it's exciting times ahead for the Gough camp.
Absolutely.
And we're doing it on a budget. We're not one of the big boys.
Yeah,
a little
mate.
bit like Butts, you know.
It's like the Reggies, mate.
We're just bread and butter trainers. We're the Reggie trainers, you know. Like,
exactly.
So it's it's good. We love it. It's not hard work, but it's fucking constant. I'm here to tell you. That's for damn sure.
Mate, every bit of work's hard in its own way, brother. Don't fucking discredit yourself.
Even if it's scooping shit and fucking strapping horses, bro.
I don't do too much of that. You know what I wouldn't mind? I wouldn't mind getting the red nut down here, right? I wouldn't mind getting him here.
Just flogging him.
Have him do fucking 3 or 4 days with us, not just hold the poly over him and say, righto, you reckon you're an apprentice Sparky? Righto, get in here and have a go at this.
I'd rather sit on my ass and just produce power in the aircon, eh? That's
Yeah. I figured you might. We haven't got enough fucking sunscreen to cover you. We'll get sued.
You've used it all.
I'll sit behind this microphone and just throw shade at you.
Beautiful stuff, Barbs, mate. Thanks for taking the time to help us out this week, brother.
You kidding me, aren't you? I can't even believe you had to ring me and ask.
Oh, well, mate, I can't just assume you're a busy man.
Yeah, we thought you could have been
I know that, mate, but I always make time for the
We
red.
didn't know.
Mate, the Hamo's probably already called you 3 times doing a fucking missing persons investigation.
No, there's a carton of beer in the fridge here, so they know once the carton's gone, I might be a chance.
Awesome, mate. Well, fucking great work so far this year on the punt front, man.
Hey, thanks, man. It's been good. I've had a bit of a dry run over the last month. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because Gropes isn't there. Maybe I need a little fucking...
You do. We've said that the whole time. Working dogs need a flogging every now and again. So I reckon you'll come good with a couple of hidings and, mate, finish the year strong.
I'll be doing my best, boys. That's for certain. I'll tell you one thing. I've led all this fucking way. I'm not going to die wondering in the last fucking 6 or 7 months.
Fuck no.
Fucking oath,
Especially with Spring Carnival, mate. It's your time to shine.
Well, we all know I do like the big races. Fuck me dead. The first winner I tipped on the show was in a Doncaster with 24 horses, and it's only the hardest race in Australia to pick. So
You started well.
I'll stay true to form.
Mate,
I'll stay true to form.
Let's do a couple of futures bets, Barbary. So, but it's hard, obviously, with the horse ones in the big races. There wouldn't be much really available, I suppose.
You don't really know who's fully nominated.
But maybe even give us your tip for NRL, AFL Grand Final winners.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. I don't want to... We know I've got a reputation for fucking sucking off moods, right? So I don't want any cunt thinking that I'm sucking off Tommy Dale. But honestly, Adelaide are my pick to win the grand final in the the AFL. The Crows. I do think Freo are a smoky.
Really?
Just quickly. I'm just rooting. I posted something in the RLC about it is still mathematically possible that Collingwood can't make the 8. So I'm rooting for all that to happen. There was about 19 dot points that had to happen, but, you know.
It's more of a, there's like, 9 teams that could possibly make this top 8 now, and I think everyone is just agreeing on the radio Collingwood to lose.
I think I heard something on the radio this morning. There's 2 games between 1st and 8th, and then between 2nd and 10th or something, there's 1 game.
Yeah. That's what you want, though, isn't it? Coming into the other end of the year.
The competition is as strong as it's ever been.
Completely madness. So I would have the Adelaide Crows, and this is going to sound even fucking worse.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm actually not going to do it. Fuck you. I'm going to have the Adelaide Crows into the milk. I want the milk to do it for Big Pap. I want the milk to do it for Papa.
It'd be good to see, mate. Even from a Penrith fan, if I could pick another team to win, she's the milk.
It's actually
because, I mean, we all know
that this bloke could possibly have both teams win across both codes. That's unheard
but the problem is, though, Jace. You know the problem is, though, Jace. You know it's going to fucking happen.
Penrith.
But it's like everything he wants to happen fucking happens.
It's called manifesting, Tom.
yeah.
Saying I'll get a fucking tattoo, and then the gods will go, right, mate.
I actually don't want another tattoo of that, but I'll happily have it if they win the flag.
Yeah, it's a price, a small price.
Well, Thomas, you've gone on record saying it, mate. You fucking got to do it.
Well, I got the other tattoo, didn't I? This show just fucking produces tattoos for me.
It's a drawing board.
But see, the one on my leg, the Queensland one, it still holds true to its form. We do still get it, so happy to have it there.
And we never won't.
That's true. Do you actually have a Penny Panthers tat or not?
No, I don't.
Well,
I'm not fucking committing to another one. 1 tattoo a year,
Yeah, you've already...
fucking fine. If Adelaide and Penrith win, you've got to get 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can get rabbit suck if you just win the spoon.
We won't be winning the spoon. We beat the Titans. We beat the fucking Palm Beach PCYC last Sunday. We're going all right.
So does that mean that the Rabbits officially are out of the running of the spoon? Surely you're still...
They've got to buy, but...
I think we've got to game up our sleeve.
But you can get a spoon on you.
It's still mathematically possible. Yeah, all right. No, I won't be doing that.
Yeah. I thought you said, yeah, all right. I'm thinking, here we go. But mate, like we said, thank you very much.
I'll probably go that. Adelaide into the milk.
Yep.
Paying
Brownlows and Daily M's, I've got no idea, but...
Yeah. No, that's all right, mate. A couple of futures bets for the boys and a couple of little inside info tips, mate. Thank you very much, brother. And
thanks, Barbs.
We'll obviously hear from you next week again and rip in.
Yep. For certain, boys. All right, we'll have a lovely evening recording, and I shall chat to you when I'm talking to you, no doubt. Well and truly before the second weekend in September. I cannot wait for that trip.
Fucking
bloody
so,
mate.
The old Hamilton Island go, so that'll be brilliant. I just feel the keto won't be there, that's all.
Yeah, I know, mate. It's
does
pretty
suck.
hard to line up every single bloke on the same one, but we'll get there one day.
He'll be in America. He'll be fine.
Mate, the one I'd love to make it happen will be a Zemoreya race day. So,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We've done well to get 7 of the 8 of us, so.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if he will be fine. He's going to be in the States. Have you met the man? Fuck.
Yeah, mate. He'll be fucking making sure everyone knows that he's an Aussie, that's for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Oh. There'll be two fingers in the air all across the US. You know what that means, and if you don't know what that means, don't fucking ask.
That's right, mate. Fucking oath. Well, on that note, Barbs, we'll let you go, brother. You enjoy a few at the Hamo and stay out of yourself.
Hurry, brother.
Righto, boys. Keep it stiff, lads. Happy punning.
See you, brother. Always a good time, fella. It's a big fella.
Always good to hear from Barbs, eh?
He's sounding confident, knowing the poly's about to get wielded.
He's a bit chipper, you know. He's had a few weeks off polying, but
Yeah.
the big G1 is knocking.
I'm keen to hear the dynamic when Groper gets back.
Yeah.
See how it all goes.
What's he going to have up his sleeve?
Yeah.
He's going to have something. There's no way he's coming back unprepared.
That's right. Oh, well, beautiful. Let's hear from TBR, Barb's young bloke.
Close it off with old Tommy Button from Bowen. I wonder if he'll be calling us from his pool.
Maybe.
Underneath.
Hello.
Barts, how you going, mate? Here with me and Jace.
Hello,
How you going, mate?
hello, boys. What's happening?
Oh, we just got off the phone to B1 actually.
To your old boy.
Fucking hell, he was trouting off a fair bit, mate.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
You got him where
Always
you
something
want
to
him
say.
though, eh? Just ahead of you there.
What about I noticed something in that little message that he sent today. When you put him in fast forward, he's much easier to listen to.
Times 2 speed.
Oh,
Yeah. You just need to fucking speed him up a little bit in every fucking chat he calls in.
I might have to fucking get onto that.
We might have to do that for his call-in.
Yeah.
Or even that fucking phone call just before.
Yeah, fucking oath, mate. Mate, how we just wanted to give you a bit of a bell today. Check in on how TBR is going, the stable, the horses, what's been happening, mate. And I suppose leading into the spring carnival, how you shaping up and how you
Just
looking
had a big
forward to it.
weekend in Townsville.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't go fully to plan, but still some positives, you'd assume.
Yeah, we've had a good year. The racing year obviously just finished. Like for the racing year, it's August to July.
Yep.
But we had a good year, TBR. We sort of bit slow through that sort of January, February sort of period. We had a bit of a down sort of time there, and we went back up, and we've been on a bit of a roll lately. Come into the Mackay Townsville carnivals,
Yep.
and Cairns is coming up in this week is the Lightning. Couple of horses in the Lightning this week, and then the Cairns Cup, which is probably the bigger day the week after. But we had a pretty good carnival. We probably a bit unlucky. We just drew a couple of weeks of bad barriers probably come against us in the big races.
Mate, that must be fucking hard for you to deal with, right? Like you do every single thing. You might have a horse that is fucking pinging and that you pump with, and then you draw a rank barrier. Like that's got to be a deflating feeling for trainers.
Pellish was the prime example. Like he coming off the back of 2 massive wins. He's won the most races for any horse in Australia for the last 12 months, flying.
Congrats, by the way, Bubs. That is
That's
amazing.
huge.
Then comes out and draws barrier fucking 20. Yeah, and it was a barrier draw where you go up and you pick your own barrier.
Oh,
And this is how unlucky he was. The owners sent a bloke up to go and do the draw or pick the horse, and they pick out the horse number, and then you go and pick your barrier. The horse was the last horse out, and there was only barrier 20 left.
Wow.
It was fucked. And it was especially with a good chance, and he's a speed horse, so there's only really one way to ride him, and it just like you're crucified. He ended up 3 deep outside the leaders, led him up to the furlong, and just run out of carrots. It's devastating, to be honest. And for the owners, it's fucking hard to take,
Oh, man, it would be. And for you, if it's like that race, obviously there was a fair bit on the line. So is that one where you make a decision to say, well, look, fucking who knows, something good might happen. But if that was just a shitter race midweek or something, is that one you scratch him?
That was his grand final, that was his grand final. So, I put it to him about scratching, but you don't run in that, but that's your grand final. It's like not turning up to run in the grand final. Like,
there's nothing really the next week, right, for you to scratch him to look forward to.
there's a Cairns Newmarket in a couple of weeks, but it's probably not his race as much. Like 1400 is going to be a real stretch. So, but he'll go to the Cairns Newmarket. Northern Pride run a real good race in the Cleveland Bay. Just copped a couple of checks. Probably cost him a placing. Yeah, he just got beat. Got beat in a photo for third. Yeah, he raced real good, but didn't have a lot of luck in that either. But he'll be hard to beat in the Cairns Newmarket. 1400 will suit him.
Yep.
So he'll go there. Rogue Bear didn't have a lot of luck in the Townsville Cup. Sort of probably copped a bit of a fucking average ride to go with it. Like, made a poor decision coming the corner, jumped in behind a couple of slow horses and virtually got stuck behind them for the whole straight. So he'll go to the Cairns Cup, and if he gets a bit of luck, he'll be reasonably hard to beat.
Yep.
TV, we're poking along pretty good. The stables, fairly full. Like, I'm full up. Got heaps of babies in. We bought a heap of yearlings this year.
Oh, nice, mate.
Few shares out there, Reggies too. A couple of shares still left.
Oh, how they get onto that?
Yeah, if they just get hold of me, I'll point them in the right direction. But there's about 4 or 5 with not heaps of shares, but there's about 20 or 30% in about 4 or 5 horses left.
Yeah, awesome.
Of the yearlings.
Yeah.
We bought pretty well this year. Really happy with the babies. They're always exciting to see what you got, and you just never know what's in the stable. There could be anything there, but really like them. We only buy cutest horses, which is the big bonus for the Queensland bred horses, and they kind of race for twice as much as the normal races.
Do you enjoy butts going, like, when you get them that young, do you like that to really have your impact on them from the start compared to maybe getting a horse that's already learned a couple of habits off other trainers and shit like that?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I think normally when you're buying a tried horse, they're reasonably capped. Like, you kind of know their ability, and you're just hoping that you might be able to change a few things to maybe get them back to their best. But they're reasonably capped. But a yearling that you buy, it's all your training, it's all your methods, and over the years, TBR's had a really good record with babies and young horses and getting them up and running. So. Yeah. I really enjoy them. I like riding them. I've always liked educating babies and getting them to where I need to get to. And we've been lucky enough to have a few good ones. And it is really rewarding when you get them to the races and they win, and you know that everything you've trained them is what they know. Like, and that's something that you've done, like, alone.
Oh,
you've
for
got
sure,
full
mate.
faith in backing your ability as well as the horses, knowing that there's not too many other things that can interfere with what you've tried to teach it.
Yeah, 100%. So it's a really exciting period, and they sort of start racing about late October. They start to racing up here, so we really look forward to that. We got about 10 or 12 in the barn, so
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. But at the moment, probably the biggest thing coming up is this week the Cairns Lightning, and then next week Cairns Cup and Cairns Newmarket. So
yeah,
we're
awesome.
hoping that we can get a winner or two there, and hopefully I can steer the Reggies in, and I can get back to B1.
And then you'll be singing and dancing on a table till 6 a.m.
I keep telling him that I'm the real B1 because he's only halfway through the season. Like, he's only at the half mile. He's going off a bit early.
Well, you've got him where you want him. He's in a position where he's confident, he's happy, he's got a lead, and you're just going to come in. There's a chance you can nip his heels.
Pride of Barbary.
Fucking yeah.
Leading and dying in the arse.
Not in the ones when it just fucking won as it liked. I mean, the ones where it fucking shot itself.
Got mowed down.
Yeah, we're not talking Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
No,
we're talking fucking Cox Plate.
But when you're saying the stable's full, how many sort of horses have you got in work, brother? Like, what sort of the capacity?
There's 20 boxes here.
Yep.
And there's 20 boxes in Bowen, and I've got 20 horses here full of chock-a-block.
Fucking
I've got a couple of horses that are looking to owners that are looking to send a couple more. So as they kind of go for a spell, you kind of fill them up. But there's a bit of news. Reggie's probably hearing it first, but there's a fair chance I'm going to start a Townsville barn up as well and have the two barns running sort of together. This is only happening in the last couple of days, but it sounds like it's going to happen. I've sort of got a few more horses to train out of Townsville. So, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty busy period for the next few months trying to set that up and get that going. And because they're pretty close together, I think I'll be able to work the two, change and mix them up. If one's looking for the beach life, I'll be able to bring it down here to Bowen and vice versa. If one's, looking to maybe sort of get up to Townsville and cut the travel out or something like that, I can move it into the barn in Townsville.
That's unreal.
That's
mate.
fucking unreal. It's good to see, man. TBR stable fucking extending.
Yeah. It's pumping. When I first moved up here a couple of years ago, I was kind of pretty happy to go into semi-retirement and start to play a bit more golf and do all that and have like 10 or 12 horses, but it looks like I'm going to have about 25, 30 in work. So
sounds like you've just got an itch, Butts, and you've got to scratch it, mate.
Yeah. Well, mate, when you're producing winners, then what's the point in stopping and slowing down?
Yeah, the Moya, the fucking Moya.
Oh,
really.
fuck yeah, mate.
That's the guy.
There's any
the more
bloke that-
horses, the more winners. The more you run, the more you win. That's what it's all about.
It's a living embodiment of that motto you are, Butts.
Fucking oath. Mate, coming into the spring carnival soon, is there any sort of horses or like from your stable, but even not from your stable, I suppose, coming into some big races, any that you think that are in for a big year or ready to really click on?
Yeah, well, not really from my stable, but sort of looking at it down south, you're always looking to Victoria, I reckon, this time of year and what's going. But, geez, I was really, really impressed with Antino over the winter in, Brisbane. It was, it just looked like the horse just come on leaps and bounds, and I'm going to follow it all the way through.
Yeah,
That's
beautiful.
I hope it wins the Cox Plate. Be unreal for Queensland, and I just reckon Antino, for me, is the horse that I want to follow all the way through. And it's pretty well known now. It's smashed them in the Doomben Cup, and it's well and truly out there. But that's the horse that I'm going to follow.
Yeah, to go down to Victoria and do that would be huge for Queensland racing. Spot on.
Yeah, 100%. It's a big thing for the Queenslanders.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate. And hey, while we got you, a couple of futures bets, mate. It's a bit hard with the racing and certain things. You just give us Antino there. But for the NRL and AFL, mate, have you got a tip for the grand final winner?
Yeah, well, I'm a Mad Doggies fan. So, and they play a little bit of a different brand, but like it's a funny year. There seems to be teams that you probably thought were going to be up there that kind of aren't. Penrith, they're lurking, I suppose. But no, I'm going to go the Doggies. I'm going to stay confident.
Yep.
And I'm going to go Doggies to win the grand final. And Aussie rules. I don't mind the Lions, but they're being I don't mind the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions, mate.
I don't mind the Lions, but I do like the underdog, and the Crows they're going all right, Tommy.
Yeah, mate.
First finals berth in 8 years, and they're sitting pretty at the top, aren't they?
Tommy started getting on their train last year when they were no good.
Oh, I helped them through, mate. Like I said, we reforged the nest. I told every cunt, no one's listening anyway.
Couple of chats.
Mate, I reckon come finals time, there's a few crack tests that need to be done.
Yeah. No, bloody oaths, mate. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time, Butts. Really appreciate it. Fucking Reggies, if you're looking to invest in a horse, get on to Butts. He's got a few that are going to be coming through. Pumped to hear, mate. I hope that works out for you with the extension of TBR. 100%. And yeah, mate, we'll see how you go, clawing back a bit of ground on
Keen
B1
to see what you
Barbs
got this weekend.
Yeah. It's a long road, but I'm all right. I'll get there.
And it'll be interesting too because the Polly Wielder is back next week. So Barbs has been, all of his little bumps and bruises have all fully healed up over the last 6 weeks. So it'll be interesting to see once again a heat gets put back on.
We've let him get away with a lot, but there's a bloke lurking who won't.
Yeah, no, I'll be there to wield it if he ever goes away again.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much, mate, and all the best, eh?
Thanks,
We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, boys. See you. Bye.
On your butts. All right. See you, mate. Mate, exciting stuff there. I'm pumped for Butts.
That's huge news.
Yeah, it is,
huge
man.
news. Moving up to Townsville, starting a new stable.
Yeah.
Can't believe he's like, I want to play a bit more golf, but he's just too fucking good at what he does, and it's led him to expand.
And it's cool to know, like, you can understand where he's coming from, right? With you get these horses and you have the impact on them the whole way through.
Yeah.
You know, it's similar to like we've already spoken about a couple of times this episode on the calls, in that first one that we've done, seeing the whole thing from start to the finish, I think it'll always be that better feeling if he does go on to do great things.
100%. You have that like full passion and pride for that horse where you've just gone, I've taught them everything, you know. They're not a mad shagger. It's not like some chick you've met and they go, they're a mad shagger because they've just been, you know, practicing a bit of their talents before me. It's like, I taught them everything they know. I've made them a mad rooter.
Bloody oath. So it's exciting times. Good on the boys for jumping on the call and helping us out this week, and the two legends who called in. Now, as far as the punt goes this week, Reggies, the bets will still be going on. So obviously you're not hearing the bets here, but the Instagram will still do the bet slips up. We'll still put all of the bets in the Neds group. Not sure about the listener punter. We'll figure that out, but we might do a similar thing there.
They'll just have to maybe post in the RLC, let everyone know.
Yeah.
Give them a listen. But we'll make something work.
But what you do need to know, if you are in that Neds group, all the bets will be there. If you're on our socials, you'll see all the bets. And
no excuse to miss them.
Nah, like we said, boys, from next week onwards, she's going to be all hands on deck.
Ready to
I'll be
rip
back.
in.
Groper will be back. Group 1's nearly back. Should we put in a couple of futures?
Yeah, well, we've asked the boys what they're thinking. So let's, I have two in mind, but I'm going to get my phone up to get some odds.
Well, mate, I've already done mine.
Go for it.
And
what are you thinking?
mine's a piece of piss.
Your two teams?
Couple of shooties, Jace. So we got Penrith Panthers to win the GF in the NRL and Adelaide Crows to win the flag in the AFL. And together with my Nedly app, that is giving you $15. Fucking stop it. All however many units on that. Because
that's like...
That is off tap if that actually happens.
Well... Odds-wise, if you think about what I'm going to build, I think we'll end up paying a bit more because that's outrageous that is low considering you're picking two premiership winners. But the luxury you have that you could have your two teams take the fucking cake this year frustrates me because my teams never seem to line up. In my life,
sorry to hear that, mate.
With Brisbane and Geelong, like two successful clubs, but Geelong is successful, Brisbane are missing the 8 and vice versa. And most of the time, it's been Broncos that have been letting them down. I'm going to start with mine in the NRL. Build me a little multi. My mind
is telling me
it's telling me Penrith, but I just feel like can it be the 5th year that they do it? Like if there's any year that there's been that you think they're going to fall off, maybe a prelim loss wouldn't hurt. If they get to the grand final, they win the grand final.
Yeah, the experience.
But I'm praying for a prelim or a semi-final loss here. So I'm going to say the Dogs.
Oh!
No, I'll take it back. Milk.
Milk?
Yeah. Because I want the Milk to win it. I'm going to go with Barbs. I said I would have stuck with Dogs, but I said a while ago, they'll choke come September. So I've got to stick with my word on that.
Yep.
So Milk, I think they'll just have an outrageous run this year and go back to being shit. Milk into AFL, I'm going to say the Lions, mate.
Yep.
Because, they've been hot and cold in a few games this year. They lost to Swans last week, but they are a team that you just do not want to verse on their day. No. They fucking bounce back, so...
What's that paying with your Nedly app there, mate?
Oh, let me quickly just do some clearing. And so Lions are paying $8 to win.
Yep.
Into NRL. Let me get...
What are the Milk paying, like 7?
Milk are paying 5.
Yeah, right.
So right there, you're getting $40 odds.
There
Lions into Milk. And I wouldn't even be mad if I saw those two teams win. Lions back-to-back, you get a bit sick of them, but they're just going to do it. They're just going to show up in September and they're going to fucking bounce every team they verse. And Canberra, that's a bit of a, I want a fairy tale story.
Beautiful,
see him win a
mate.
premiership.
Well, there's a couple of futures bets from us. Once again, just want to say a massive thanks to our deadly Nedly sponsor, Neds,
Shout out to 'em.
for making all of this happen. Get in the group and copy all
They're
the
the
bets.
best
Follow us
bookie
in.
on earth.
They are.
It's not really even a competition. Our little orange mate is the best bookie on earth.
They are, mate. And the best hats on earth are country trucker caps. So if you're keen to cop one, head to thecountrycompanies.com and get yourself a hat. Look, I can't read the future. I don't know who the captain is
Captain
this
of the
week.
week is Cam, Butts and Barbs.
There you go.
Our 3 try winners.
Yeah, they can all put their heads inside a stonker.
I don't know if Barbs would fit.
Yeah, he
Squeeze
has
the
to take
lads
the
out.
phone out for his own.
I
Yeah.
can't talk. Mine is huge as well.
Bloody oath. No, well, good stuff, Reggies. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Bit of a shake-up, but I hope you've enjoyed that because I really enjoyed getting a bit of insight from all 3 of the boys.
I genuinely had a good time just talking to them myself.
Me too, man. So, like we said, all hands on deck next week. Can't wait to rip in to the fucking spring carnival and all the future shit coming ahead for the Reggies, for sport, for everything. So,
Good to have everyone back, start to rip in the back end of the year. Exciting time September is.
Bloody
Footy, AFL, Spring Carnival. What more could you ask for, Tom?
not much, Jace. On that note, see you later, Reggies.
Hooroo.